This is Jim with my Motorrad, coming to you from sunny Arizona. Recently, after doing a video, one of my subscribers, who I like a lot, by the way, brought it to my attention that I was being negative. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I appreciate it. Sometimes I need a reality check, or I don't even know if it's a reality check. Maybe I have too much reality and I need a different kind of check. Anyway, so it was brought to my attention that I was being a little negative and whatnot. And it could be, I definitely tend to have a bit of an edge at times with things. I prefer to think of myself maybe more of a cynic than someone that's negative per se. And I'll channel George Carlin here, who is someone that I kind of like a lot as a comedian and commentator on the human condition. He said, if you scratch a cynic, you'll find that you'll find basically a disappointed idealist, and maybe that has a lot to do with it too. Ever since I can remember, and I've been an observer of the human condition, I ask a lot of questions of myself and about everything else. There are times that I feel like I'm from another planet, and I've been asked to come here and observe the human race and basically report back at some point in time about what they're all about. So there's always that. So basically, at times I can look at things in wonderment and also analytically, and a lot of things may make sense to me, but they still seem a little, I don't know what the word for it is, off. So I may comment on that sometimes, and that may come across as negative. So there's always that. Am I angry about things? Yeah, I probably have my issues, just like anybody else. And I guess you're saying, where's he going with this? Well, basically, I guess I wanted to talk about, aging and being a motorcyclist and a person in the world. Coming, a lot closer to 60 than any other age, pretty much. And, as we age, things change. And I'm not talking about not only the world that changed, that doesn't bother me so much in terms of the world changing, because it always has and always will. But more changes in myself physically. I've had a lot of issues physically that I have to deal with. And, there are days I don't even feel like riding. I basically put a nix on it. I'll show you pictures here up on the sides. I've had a few surgeries to do with fusion. I've had my neck fused twice, my lower back fused once. And when you look at those X-rays, you'll even see a greenfield filter, so you can look that up too. I've had a problem with that, with blood clots. And then a few years ago, I guess 2.5 years ago, I had a bad stomach infection, H. pylori, that wasn't treated right, and it would seem that my body had like an autoimmune reaction to it, and I had certain issues that arose out of that. One of them is double vision that I never had before, and in some of the videos, if you look, my eyes are aligned perfectly. It's called esotropia. So there's that, and along with that, there are times when I just don't feel great. I get muscle aches, joint pain, dry skin, and these things kind of crop up and whatnot. They flare up, and there are just some days I don't feel, I'm like, I'm not riding to work today, or riding whatever. And understand, 7 years ago, when I first started the job that I have now, I couldn't get car parking right away, so I got motorcycle parking for 8 months. I rode every day in all sorts of weather environments and whatnot, from 40 degrees up to 117, rain, didn't matter. Rode every day. I don't even know if I could do that now. so there's that. It's definitely been an adjustment. That's for certain. So yeah, I have that, and then I also have, not that I want to turn this into a bitch session at all, but I have tinnitus too in my left ear. I used to play in a rock band. I played drums, and there was a Marshall amp that probably put a little too much volume into my left ear, and the hearing damage on that side is enough such that if I lay on my good ear side, like going to bed, it's as if someone turned the volume down like in half or more. And again, I have ringing all the time. So yeah, getting old isn't easy, I'll tell you that. And I'm not even as old as, some people that might be watching this video and whatnot. And there are people that have much worse problems, the people that are amputees that ride and whatnot and have other conditions, bad cancers and whatnot. But all I can say is, from my point of view, it's definitely been an adjustment. And sometimes I could be a little cranky and whatnot. But on top of that, I'm definitely an inquisitive person. I ask questions, ask a lot of questions. I wonder about a lot of things. And, sometimes I can get you into territory that's not always positive. That's for damn sure, especially in the world we live in. That said, I would like to think that most people are positive and good. It's usually a smaller percentage that make things hard for the rest of us. So there's always that. So in terms of that, I mean, for instance, like to give you an idea about work, if we're going to talk about work, and then I want to segue this into vlogging. At work, I've been doing computer support for 27 years now. I'm a very conscientious person. I like to get the job done expeditiously and take care of people. Generally speaking, on my surveys, I'm a 5 all day. Once in a while, I get a bad review for someone who's an asshole, and we all run into assholes in our work environments of people that customers we may take care of and whatnot. And that happens, but generally speaking, I'm a 5 all day. Customers will text me on the weekend. If it's real important, I'll get back to them. And I take care of people and I get stuff done. And that's the kind of attitude I take to work. In terms of motovlogging, it's a totally different reality in that success in it basically it becomes necessary to become something that you think the audience will like. A lot of times, branding. So you may want to foment being, a particular type of tribe. So if you're a Harley rider, you'll have that, and you'll have certain what I would call cultural norms within that community that you may display and emulate and do and whatnot. It can be quite natural to you. That's what you believe. That's what you are. But a lot of times, I think certain people success not only vlogging, but even if you watch TV, you look at Ellen, you look at Rachel Ray, you look at Oprah, all these different celebrities and whatnot. And in a sense, they're cardboard cutouts. And honestly, in life, to be successful in terms of a popularity contest, politics too, you're creating an image for everybody to like, and it's not necessarily who you are. So I will say, if I'm coming across a little negative at times, that's really me. I'm a real person. I'm not trying to, it's not my end to be, win a popularity contest here, that's all. It's really to have discussions with people. Like I said, I'm closer to 60. I'm retiring in a few years, hopefully. I just want something to do and have conversations with the world. And, I'll talk about anything. It's not just motorcycles. I read a lot and whatnot. I work in higher ed. So there's a lot of different things I like to talk about that I don't even touch off on this channel yet. So there's that. So in a sense, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you work your regular job and you have your work ethic with that and whatnot, and you could do well at it, but when you're dealing with things that involve popularity in terms of subscribers and likes and all this other shit, it's a totally different animal, I think, in some ways. You could bring all your positive attributes, your good work ethic and different things to it, but being authentic too and being successful, I think, is a really tough thing. One of the people out there's a couple people out there that I really admire for that. In some ways, one guy's real popular and he does do clickbait, which I don't really care for. But I think he's a trip, and that's Scotty Kilmer. I don't know if you guys watch Scotty Kilmer. I just think the guy's a trip. The other person I really like is Uncle Tony's Garage, Tony DeFeo. He's really into Mopar. I love his style. The camera just starts and there he is. He's talking and he does it. And, he reminds me of cousins I have back in New York. For all I know, we could be related. But he's another one that's a trip that I like. And then there are other vloggers that, do really polished content. And I'm like, is that really you? I don't think so. But they're going for the low-hanging fruit, and that's their thing, and that's not my thing, and that's okay. And I promise not to berate them too often on it. And I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll just go off now and do my own thing and fuck it, right? And that's the way it should be. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. I appreciate that you've taken the time, hopefully, to watch this video this far. And yeah, thanks. I mean, I really know what else to say. And if you ever have any questions, there's something you want to discuss, you want me to cover, motorcycles, not motorcycles, BMWs, not BMWs. You want to talk about computers. I've been doing computers for 27 years. To give you a quick background check on that, I'm an Apple person. Basically, I started out being an Apple tech in this field. Lots of hardware repair. I would almost consider myself like a John Maxwell of Macs in a sense, although maybe that's tooting my horn a little too much, but I've repaired more than my share of computers. That's for damn sure. And, so Apple certification, Dell certified too. I work on Dells, but I'm a supervisor. And so basically I supervise other people that do support, but I also have to do support too in my job. It's just not as big a focus as it used to be. So there's always that. And that's another change that's happened in the last few years being a supervisor, because it's a totally different world than actually doing the work. And I've also had a change at work with regime, and a lot of things have changed with that. So you have all these different things spinning around, and sometimes, I can get a little crusty. So anyway, to those of you out there who brought it to my attention, thank you. I appreciate you very much, more than you know, and we need you in the world. Thank you. And everyone else out there, I don't know. You be you. Everybody else is taken. Trust me, they are. What else is there? Anyway, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you on the road. And one more thing. I will be having reviews coming up on this BMW tank bag that I bought last week. I saw it on a local club listing for $50, which may sound like a lot to some people, but this bag retails for over $250 from BMW. And what's nice about it is that it integrates with my bike perfectly. I have latches built into the top of the tank, and it snaps in. It's made for the bike. It's expandable. It has a map cover in there and whatnot. I could probably put my phone in there, or an iPad and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. And the same guy had a Remus muffler that I bought. And that Remus muffler I got for $50, so that was a real score. Normally it's over $800. So that was a really cool find, and you'll be seeing a review on that as well. It sounds a lot nicer, especially with the baffle out. Anyway, talk to you soon.